welcome to Cut Talk. This is our second episode.
I know.
I'm so excited. I'm Tanya.
Caroline.
And we just want to thank you again for watching our first episode. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate everybody who subscribed, followed us on Instagram, cut.talk.tc. And if you haven't already, make sure you go to our YouTube channel that's in our bio on our Instagram page and subscribe.
Yes.
So, all week, we have been putting hints out to what we are going to be talking about this week. So there's 3 topics, actually. The first one is who pays on a first date?
We don't agree. That's why we looked at each other.
We don't at all. The second one was how long until you make somebody your girlfriend or your boyfriend. And then the third one was girlfriend duties / boyfriend duties. Do you do them before you get the title, or do you just wait until you get that title?
Yes.
So, let's just dive in.
We'll get into the first topic. So
I'll let you start.
Okay.
Okay.
My opinion on paying on the first date is I don't do it anymore.
I do.
Okay. Here's my thing though. Okay. I don't do an expensive first date though.
Okay.
So I will either do let's grab a coffee. Maybe we'll go for a walk on at the beach.
This is what you call a soft date. I'll get into it.
Yes. Okay, so I make sure that whatever we do on the first date is not going to cost a lot because I'm just trying to get the vibe.
Yes.
I've in the past had I've had offered to pay for the date, and I don't know, it just kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth because I feel like everyone's testing each other, especially the first date. You're getting to know them, but you're also testing them just to see what their intentions are, whatever it is. And I just feel like I'm a little bit more old school. And I like it when I don't need a man to take care of me, but I want to know he wants to take care of me.
Okay.
Because when you give me an inch, I'll give you a mile.
Okay.
So that's my way of testing. I want to see, are you going to pay for me? Because once I see how you are going to take care of me, I will do so much more in return.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
So now my opinion.
Let's hear it.
I say that it really doesn't matter who pays. I will pay on our first date. I have no problem with it. Because like she said, she wants to know that the man can take care of her.
Yes.
But I say, how come the man can't feel the same way? Why can't he feel that if he's down and out, that you are going to be there for him? Because just as much as I want from you, you want from me. If we're going to make this thing here work, called a partnership of 50-50, then I want him to know that, I got you just like you got me.
Yes. But as I said earlier, I'm more old school, so my 50-50, even though I bring in the money, I'm independent, I pay my bills, no one pays my bills for me, I still want to know that I can still do the womanly duties, and I know it sounds so cliche, and I'm not trying to sound old school or anything like that, because I'm very about respect and equal responsibilities, but I still want to know that you can take care of me financially, because I can do it. Especially once you get to know me, you're going to know what I have, my independence, and things about me. You know that I can take care of myself.
Yeah.
So and I know that I can tell you anything, and it obviously could be bullshit, but
yeah,
the reality is it's gonna be obvious if I'm lying or not. So for me, I just I like to know that somebody wants to take care of me financially, even though I don't need it.
But that's what I don't understand. If you don't need it, what is the problem? You can show him just as much as he can show you. Yeah, you guys can take care of each other.
Yeah,
so
but then how is he?
Problem.
Okay, but then on the first date, I feel because women are just naturally more nurturing.
Yeah.
Okay, so to me, I need a man to show that he cares first, because how are you going to prove to me that you're more nurturing? And I know you're going to be how can I prove that I'm
But
nurturing?
exactly, how can you prove that to him though?
I know, but as I said, women are just naturally more giving and more nurturing. So automatically we're like that. Men are a lot more they're more. It takes them longer to show that. It's a man is not going to show the emotional aspect. A man's not going to show that, all the things that maybe a woman would do, the nurturing part of taking care of. I'm not saying a man's not going to cook for a woman.
Yeah.
In fact, I know a lot of men that can cook better than me.
Yeah.
So that's not even it, and I would like a man that can cook too. That's just a little added.
Side note.
Yeah, side note. But yeah, so it's more of just, I don't know, that's just my test.
And that's cute too,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying it goes both ways. I think that women, you need to reach, because it shows that you can take care of them just as much as you can take, or as much as they can take care of you.
Yes. I do the reach. I do the reach on the second date.
I mean, you should reach on the first
Remember when we did that poll?
Yeah.
Most people were on my side.
Obviously, they're
Even
gonna be on
some
your
men.
side. No, I don't know. I just don't think so. Like, I will reach no matter what. And I think I see what you're saying, because that's where probably me and dates that I've gone on, that's where we differ. And because I'll reach and they'll look at me like, what the? But I'm not trying to, like, take away how hard you work or whatever. And I'm not trying to show, oh, I'm independent, I can do it all by myself, which I can. But I'm just saying, like, I can reach and I don't have a problem with it at all. But we will agree to disagree.
That is correct.
And so earlier she was talking about like dates that she goes on, like coffees and whatnot. So to bring that back, I was having a conversation with my boys, and we were talking about hard date and soft date, and I was just like, what? And he hit me with facts, and I was like, jeez. I was like, yo, that's so smart. So like basically a soft date would be like going for coffee, going for drinks, like a walk in the park or something. Yo, trust me, fellas, ladies love that. And as much as you think that they don't, trust me, they do. They need your time, and if you show time, you're good.
Yes.
And so a hard date would be like dinner, a concert, and a movie. Yeah. So that would just be to see who like pays or whatever. But also, would you go by the rule of like, if the girl asks, she has to pay, or if the guy asks first, he has to pay? So I don't know.
I think it depends on the situation, because I've done both.
Yeah.
There's times where it kind of gets a little twisted and intertwined, because you just want to spend time with the person, so then you ask when you're going to see them again, and then they may think of the date, so then it's like who pays, because it's kind of like you both are trying to arrange something. But like if I'm just like, oh, let's go see the Raptors or something.
Yeah.
If I'm going to say that, like, I wouldn't expect somebody to actually pay for that when I give a specific thing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I feel like that's something I should be paying for, because I suggested that.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what else I don't like? Women that are bored and they need a meal and they just go with the guy just so he can pay.
Oh my
God.
That
shit pisses me off. And it's like, you know what? Stay your ass home and boil some Mr. Noodle, because ain't nobody got time for that. And don't do that.
Yes, that's, first of all, that's taking advantage of a guy who actually is trying to get to know you, or whatever their intentions are. But I don't understand how, like, you can't even pay for your own meal. You'll put up with a date that you're not even really into for a free meal?
Yeah.
That's actually pathetic.
Yeah, and then you get mad when he's expecting something else at the end of the day.
Listen, he invested into it.
Exactly. And if he already probably caught the flex that you weren't feeling him anyways, and then don't be mad when he asks you for a little at the end of the day.
He's just trying to make
He's trying to shoot a shot out here, just like how you tried.
Exactly. How you tried to get a free meal? Well, he's trying to just get it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free
and
meal
I feel
somewhere
like
else.
there's nothing wrong with that. If you're gonna go in like that, he's gonna come at you too.
And don't even get pissed off because you put the vibe out there first.
Exactly. Yeah, I never understood that.
I don't get it. I hate when people do that.
No. Don't take advantage of the person.
No.
That's my big thing. Like, don't waste somebody's time. Just be, as we said in the last episode, just be honest with the person with your intentions.
Yeah.
And then that way you can just kind of like respect each other. I feel like that's just how it should be. But anyways, whatever.
So to touch back on the topic, her and I agree to disagree.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yes.
Second topic is titles.
How long do you wait until you get the title?
Until you get the title.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of responses, and one person said that it depends on the vibe. So he said that it could take he literally said it could take a couple days. He said it could take a couple weeks depending on how he meshes with the girl. Mm-hmm. And I agree with that too, because if you get that vibe right away and you're just like, you know what, like I want to hold her down or I want to hold him down, and you guys just get into it quickly, you guys know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not for other people to judge, because that's when people start talking in your ear, that's when things start going sideways.
Yeah.
So, like, you just gotta lead by how you feel the situation is.
Yes. I definitely agree. I'm more towards, I'd rather spend a few months getting to know a person.
Me too.
Because I'm very particular with who I let into my life. Even friends. Yeah. Like, when people are just too nice too soon, I kind of get a little like, I mean, I gotta trust
like,
issues
who sent
about
you? Like that?
Yeah.
Who sent you?
I don't trust that you're all of a sudden you're like buddy with me or whatever. So yeah, I like to get to know the person, because I just look at it like, my time is valuable, and if I'm going to invest in somebody and give them my time, I want to make sure that it's worthwhile. Now, of course, you can do that and it still doesn't go the way you expected. That's different.
Yeah.
But I cannot, like, after going out on a date, like 1 or 2 dates, all of a sudden he's just like making me his boo.
Yeah, when you hit me with boo like too soon, I think that's a little weird.
Yeah. It's one of those things where,
cause you know you lying when you be calling me boo.
mm-hmm.
Because when you say, "Oh hey boo," blah blah blah, boo this and boo that, no, boo your ass on, cause ain't nobody looking for that.
Exactly. And I don't know. I don't feel comfortable when somebody just wants to jump into a relationship with me because I don't feel like their intentions are genuine.
Yeah.
I just feel like, okay, you don't even know me from a hole in the wall. All of a sudden now you're gonna make me like, you're gonna act like I'm your boo. And to me, it's just like, is it just because you are lonely? Is it you want, to have somebody's company?
Or is it cuffing season and you just trying to slide in like a slip and slide?
Yeah, so to me, I get scared. Like when somebody's trying to show too much too soon, I'm very like, I take my steps very slowly. I don't know. I get really like, I like my space, and I like to make sure that if somebody gets into it, they're in because I trust them.
Yeah.
So don't just jump in all willy-nilly because I'm just gonna fucking run. I'm gonna run.
Yeah.
And then after a couple of months, then once you get to know the person, then that's when I'm like, okay, now we can start talking about boo and whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you still feel like it's right, because sometimes you can be talking to somebody for like months
And not know.
and still not really know, or you're just kind of like still testing the waters. You can still you got that roster going.
Yeah.
But then there is a point where you kind of have to check in on the sitch. And no, it's true, because then you're like
checking on the sitch.
Check in on the sitch.
I agree.
So you get to a point. Okay, so I was dating some guy, and we were like dating for a few months, and it got to a point where I just kind of wanted to know how I wanted, like how I was supposed to move. I wanted to know where his head is at, because we did lay it out on the table when we first started talking.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, just you never know if somebody's intentions change, and you don't know if they still want the same thing.
They're genuine or not. Yeah.
Or they're genuine, because I know a lot of guys say what the girls want to hear and all that stuff. So you need to check in and just kind of know, like, where do we stand? And it's not, this is such a touchy subject, because I don't know how to bring it up without making it seem like I want to be your girlfriend. It's like, no, I don't, but I just want to know, like, are we on the right path? Yeah. Are we now, like, dropping that roster?
Yeah.
Am I still entertaining people? I need to know that. So I have a struggle with that. I don't know how to bring that up without seeming like I want to jump into a relationship.
Seeming too needy, basically.
Too needy, yeah. And I really am not necessarily ready to be in that relationship. I just kind of want to know, I'm like, okay, am I going to keep investing? Because obviously I start getting more invested in that person, and I just don't want to give my time to anyone else.
Yeah.
I want to work on that person. But then I don't want to get all caught up in my feelings. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, okay, I didn't get the memo that we're not on the same page.
Yeah. Like, I had a conversation with somebody a couple of days ago, and they were saying when they get into a relationship, they want that person to make sure that they know them. Mm-hmm. And you're always like, like, get to know them. But they're just like, no, like, I want you to really get to know me. Mm-hmm. And I sat back and I was like, you know what? I agree with that, because I know you really never know who your significant other is, or even a friend in that matter. Mm-hmm. You never really know how they are, but you really need to take the time to understand who they are, and if you really want to be with that for whatever time that you guys are together.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, like, take the time to get to know somebody, and don't always just rush things. Like, if the vibe's there, then okay, cool.
Yeah.
But I want to be friends with the person I'm with, even best friends. Like, how it's so cliche when it's like, oh my god, I married my best friend. But that's what I want. Like, I want to have my best friend by my side.
Yes. Because you are going to spend, or hopefully your intent is to spend the rest of your life with this person. You need to enjoy all aspects of them. And it's not just like, oh, this is just like my partner. You want to know that you can be yourself.
Yeah.
That's I feel like that's a whole other thing too. Because I know some people change when they're in relationships, and that shouldn't happen. You should be yourself, and that person should bring out the best in you.
Yeah. You should be able to be, like, silly, serious, and all that in between with that person that you're trying to get to know. Because if you can't be yourself, then what am I here for? I don't need to waste my time again.
Just
that's
to
why I'm
be
single
in a
now. I
relationship?
don't need to waste my time with all these people that are not gonna bring me what I actually need.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the third one.
Third topic: do you do girlfriend/boyfriend duties without the title? Dun dun dun.
I will say yes.
I agree.
I do. I give you a little sneak peek of what I can potentially do in a relationship.
Like coming soon.
Yeah. Like the trailer to our relationship. Yeah, because I want you to know that like I will do these things for you. I will take care of you. If my thing is to cook for you or to whatever, like just to show that you care about the person and you're thinking of them.
Yeah.
I will do that just so then you have an idea of what's to come.
Yeah.
And then you will get the full movie or the full whatever it is. I don't even know how to say
You
it.
get the cinema.
Yeah, exactly.
No, and I agree.
Yeah.
Like, with every relationship or friendship or whatever I start out with, I do try to read you a little bit. I'm pretty good at that, by the way. I like to read you just to see, like, what you will bring for me. And if I know that it's going to be worth it, I will do for you. Trust me. I will go above and beyond. Like, I totally listen to what
She's a keeper.
Oh my gosh. I totally listen to what your cues are. And like, I'll read it and I'll make sure that you know that I'm paying attention. So if, let's say, like, you know what, you're at home, you're not feeling well, I will bring you soup. I will bring you a tea. Or if like you're at work or whatever and I'll bring you lunch or whatever. It is just what it is. Like, I will do for you as much as you do for me. So if you're not putting in the same energy, cut. So
exactly. Yeah, I
that's
totally
just
agree.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, because if you get a little bit, like you get a little sample from what they can offer you, then you do the same thing back. It's just like a preview to the relationship. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
And I think people that say, oh no, I'm not going to do any girlfriend/boyfriend duties, then that's why you're single. That's why you sit at home with your cats. You weren't expecting that one, right? No, but I'm just saying, like, you need to show that you're interested and that you will do what you need to do when it comes to, like, being in that relationship.
Yeah.
But what I don't agree with is
here we
these
go.
nasty ass hookers. Yeah, I said hookers, 'cause you know that's my word. That sit at the bus stop and they expect the man to roll up in a Bentley or something.
And save the day.
Yeah, this is not Captain Save a How. So don't expect the man to come and bring you the full table, the full course meal if you can't even bring like the cutlery. It don't make no damn sense.
Yeah. It's so true. I'm sorry, but like some women will actually just think that their looks, like they feel what's the word, entitled. They feel entitled to get all these things because you got a pretty face. Well, bitch, wash that off. Right there.
Your boobs do drop. Your booty does drop too.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying.
And then what do you have to offer? Not even personality.
Yeah.
You can't even like pay your own bills. You don't even have your own car. You don't have nothing for
It's
yourself.
like car.
I know. I'm baby. Anyway. Don't make me do that dance with my jacket.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, but yeah, so I feel like a lot of women will expect so much from a man when they have nothing to offer, but then men do that as well.
I agree.
Yeah, so
I mean, it goes both ways.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, if you're looking for that person, like, who am I to give you advice? I'm just telling you my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I'm single, single out here. It is what it is. Okay? So you can take my advice or not. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, make sure that you just put in the effort and you put in the time. Like, nobody does that anymore. We don't communicate. It's so sad. Like, who talks on the phone? I remember I don't even know who I was talking to, but I was just like, oh yeah, like, this guy that I was talking to, he was like, he called me on the phone. I'm not surprised because I'm a 80s baby. On the cusp though, like I was an 80s baby, but like the 90s
calm
baby.
yourself.
Okay, no,
I was born in the mid 80s.
I'm just trying to say. So I'm just gonna say we used to communicate. We don't do that anymore.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
We're so stuck behind texting and whatever it is, and I get it. It's easier sometimes because you can at least keep communicating. But like when a man picks up the phone and calls,
that's the most sexiest thing in the world.
It is.
And it used to not be because it is what it is,
He
but when he
wasn't
calls,
and then he's just like, I just wanted to talk to you.
I just want to hear your voice.
I'm like,
It's just like, oh my
okay.
god.
All right.
I agree with you. Like when the man calls and you're just like, wow, he picked up the phone. Cause yo, you don't get that anymore.
He didn't just like my picture. Which, by the way, that's a whole other thing too. Because when you're starting to talk to somebody, notice that they stop liking your shit.
Bro,
Yes.
yeah, right? I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's just like,
No,
okay, like I guess you got my attention, so now I don't have to put in the effort.
But
you go again.
But you're creeping my shit.
I see you
Anyways,
creeping.
we're-
Pinky, pinky.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
so guys, just put in the effort, put in the time, and yes, you should give a little bit of girlfriend duties / boyfriend duties because, like you said, like you need to give a preview into what you can bring to the table.
Yeah. You have to show that you're gonna put effort into a relationship. Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you have like, if you don't do it, you know, like it doesn't make any sense.
Mhm.
Fast forward, on to the next.
Bye.
Yeah, man. So,
Anyway.
anyways, that concludes our rants today.
Yes.
Thank you for watching our episode 1. If you haven't already, our Instagram is cut.talk.tc, and our
Yes.
link will be in our bio. We are again filming every Sunday, and it will be at 6:00 on the dot.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry, I was a little delayed last week. I apologize. I didn't realize it takes that long to download, but whatever. It's upload. Yeah.
If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It will be in the bio. And
Yes.
it was nice talking to you guys. And
Yes.
I'll see you next Sunday.